Hi, third grade. Okay, so the last couple weeks, we are finishing up our open syllable. Remember, the open syllable is when a syllable has a long vowel sound because that vowel is not closed in. We learned the final rule with the open syllable, and it is when you have an open syllable that ends with a Y, whether it's a multisyllabic word or whether it's a one syllable word. That Y changes to an I and you add the suffix. So if it's a plural or a verb agreement, like tries, he tries, the Y changes to an I and you add ES. If it's past tense, the Y changes to an I and you add ED. Someone who does, the Y changes to an I and you add ER. You're comparing the most messiest. You have the word messiest. My brother is messy. He is the messiest. You change the Y to I and add your EST. So, baby. Those are two open syllable words. If you wanted to make that plural, more than one baby, you would say baby. That Y changes to an I and you add ES. Pony. Pony. Two open syllables again. The Y changes to an I and you add ES. There's a one syllable word, try. Now, if you want to say he tries or he tried in the past tense, now the only time you keep that Y, remember, is when you add which suffix? Right, when you add the ing, because you're not going to write trying. That doesn't look right. The only time you keep the Y is when you add the suffix ing, because you're not going to put two. So again, this would be messiest. What's the base word of messiest? Messy. Now in this case, messy. Well, actually, messy. That's a closed syllable and an open syllable. Messy changes to messy s. My brother is the messiest. We also learned that if a word ends with O, you add ES to make it. So for example, in the word tomatoes, you would say more than one tomato, you add more than one volcano, you add your suffix. Tomato, volcano, those are your basics. So that is what we covered the last 2 weeks. This week, next week, we're going to move on to a new syllable type. And this new syllable type is called consonant LE. It is a brand new syllable type. You may have touched on it last year, but I doubt it, especially with COVID comes at the end of the second grade unit. Consonant LE consists of three letters, a consonant and then an LE. The E is silent. So you could have a BLE, a ELE, a ZLE, a GLE, a BLE, a KLE, a consonant, and then an LE. Can you think of any word that ends with a PLE or a TLE or a ZLE or a GLE or a PLE or a KLE? Hmm, a lot. There's a lot of words that follow this consonant LE. The thing that you have to know about a consonant LE, it only comes at the end of a word, and not only any word, at the end of a multisyllabic word. So you will not have a one syllable word with a consonant L. You will have at least two syllables. I'm going to clean this board, and then I want to see if you can think of any word that would end with a consonant L. So third grade, when we left off, we were talking about the consonant LE, right? So a couple things about the consonant LE. It only comes at the end, must be three letters, one consonant, and then the LE. E is silent, and it's at the end of a multisyllabic word. So at least two syllables. So there are a lot of different combinations. So let's start off with the first one, BLE. So did you think of any words that end with BLE? How about that one? Gobble. Gob is a closed syllable. This is a consonant LE. But actually, don't put the C. Consonant LE. What about this word? Scribble. Scrib, bull, consonant LE. This word. Grum, bull, consonant LE. Gobble, scribble, grumble. Nibble, nibble. Nib, bull, consonant LE. Close syllable with your consonant LE. Then you can have a DLE, right? So we can have a D, like in the word handle. Handle, close, consonant LE. Handle, hand, close syllable, consonant LE. Riddle, rid, dole. You can have P. How about this word? I'm sure you like to do that to your little brother. Cattle, cat, toll, cat, toll, or cattle. Another word for sheep. Cat, toll, close syllable, consonant LE. Give a CK, pickle. Now in this case, third grade, whenever you have a CK, that CK digraph has to stick together. So this would be pickle, and there wouldn't actually be a third letter there because you can't split up that CK. So that's kind of a rule or an exception when you have a CK. You can't split that CK. So like trickle or tickle, that CK is going to stick together, and then you're going to have an LE at the end. It won't be a consonant. You have a Z, third grade. Can you think of a word that would have a Z out of it? You could have fizzle. close at the same time. Fizzle with G with an L. So there's all kinds. There's a G L E. Snuggle, snuggle, snuggle. So third grade, a lot of times when you hear this O at the end of the word, it's going to be an LE. Now, there are exceptions, of course, right? Because English language is not easy to learn to read or to learn to spell. But the majority of words, when you hear an O at the end, it's going to probably be a